So underrated. Watch it. Suffocated. Ha ha.
No, I don't know about these. What's up, guys? Crypto Mike here. The mic check. 1 2 1 2. Is this thing on? Let's see. Anyone here? How's it going, guys? If you can hit the thumbs ups, I would truly appreciate it. So I just wanted to go real quick. I can't stream for very long because my phone's about to die. But I just wanted to tell you, I kind of brushed up on the subject a little bit yesterday on my live stream, but not really. I think real world assets is going to be one of the biggest categories or genres or whatever in crypto for this upcoming bull market. And the cool thing is that it's just starting to catch on fire. This asset class, this category in crypto. And there's just been a lot of capital inflows for the last 12 to 18 months. And now they're actually starting to show. Retail is just starting to realize that basically this asset class, this is not the asset class, but this category in crypto is pretty much the category that BlackRock is talking about when they want to tokenize everything, tokenize securities, real world assets. This is going to be huge, and it's just starting to catch on fire. Let's see, go to not price, but it doesn't have number. There we go. So the first one is Chainlink. So I just wanted to show you a few of my favorite tokens so far. Chainlink, like you guys already know, that's one of my favorite tokens, and it is the leader in real world assets. So I mean, Link is just, to me, it's like Bitcoin, basically. It's like my Bitcoin. I'm gonna be taking profits from all the other lower cap coins that gain a lot in this bull market, and I'm gonna just put them in Chainlink until the end. It's gonna be like a few years, maybe 2025, till the bull market's over. So it's going to be a good year. 2024 is going to be a fun year, guys, as long as you're in crypto. Now, I don't know what else is going to happen, but I know the crypto ecosystem is going to explode. I know it. It's just, it's programmed that way. The 4-year cycles has come to a point where this is the time to get in. And then next year and the year after that are the times to be multiplying the value in your holdings, and then taking profits and putting it into other assets, So I'm going to be focusing on, I'll probably be buying like silver and gold. And then I'll just be buying stocks too, probably. Even if you're in the stock market, if you have money, even on like Robinhood or something, holding some coin is a good idea too. And then some silver miners, gold miners. I've got one. I just bought one the other day, which I don't have much in the stock market, but it's called Gatos Silver, and the ticker is GATO, and it's a silver miner, a junior silver miner. So it should be doing well. I think it's a junior. It might just be a silver miner because the market cap's like 400 million, I think, which is it's pretty good. It's pretty low for silver stocks. So I think though, this is going to be one of the biggest categories. Tokenized securities and stuff like that. Tokenizing real world assets, which as the dollar dies, you're gonna want to be in hard assets, and tokenizing them is going to be one of the easiest ways to make those assets accessible to the masses, and liquid. So this is an asset class. Like, I just looked at this right now. I didn't know ICP was in this asset class, but ICP is in like a lot. I keep saying asset class, I mean category. ICP is in a lot of different categories, like AI, real world. It's one of the only ones that you can actually build from the ground up. So it's not built on Amazon Web Services, and that's a big deal because like almost every crypto is. So I think I have a little bit of internet computer. I'm gonna wait. We can take a look at this chart, see if it shows the chart here. I'm gonna wait. This chart looks terrible. So I'm gonna wait a little bit to really kind of stack it until I see it actually building a floor. I need it to get like above 7 or 8 or maybe like $10 and stay above, and that's when we'll see real momentum start coming in. That's when the real money will start coming in. So we have like at least probably a few months more before ICP becomes a big deal. I mean, it is a pretty big deal, but I even tweeted this a few months ago, like I'm gonna let my link gain first, which it already has a head start on most of the market. Basically, it kind of like it started pumping like a few months ago, and it was the first mover, and then Solana. So, and now Avalanche is all these layer 1s and layer 2s, they're kind of just not layer 2s, but layer 2s are coming. That's going to be another run pretty soon. I think Matic will probably pump. Arbitrum hasn't even had a bull run yet. So I think that ecosystem is it's gonna like be under the radar, but it's gonna blow up. It is. It's already, those coins have already been pumping. So like Magic, I'm in this one called Y2K, and it's only $1 million market cap. Back when the Arbitrum market was like full blown bull market, that one was pumping hard. And it was a lot more than $1 million. So I mean, I'm in it. I actually just bought a little bit more of that stuff. Real quick, I just want to show you this one. And I'm not trying to pump it or anything. I'm just telling you, I think it's gonna do well. And the chart looks pretty good too. Y2K. So this is like basically built for destabilization of stablecoins. If anything crazy happens to stablecoins, this thing skyrockets. So if we see anything with Tether, and we're bound to see something happen with Tether, then this one will just be, it'll be the star of that show. So yeah, a year ago it was like way up here. It was like $8. Was it 8? Yeah, it was like $8. So it's way down, but it's forming a floor here that I really like. And that's what you want to see. You want to see a floor. And yeah, it was performing very well. And the thing is, like, these really low caps, these low caps are the ones that, as long as they have some kind of traction or community or buzz, social media hype, or at least some utility, they're the ones that are going to be blowing up. Like, I just bought this one, CGT. It's in the real world asset category. I just bought this like 2 days ago. 3 days ago, actually. And it's up 40% today. And you want to know why? Because look at the market cap. Where's the market cap? The market cap isn't even over $1 million yet. The other day, this was $290,000. Now it's $661,000, and that's just in like 2 days. So these are the ones that you know you got to put in. I didn't put much in. I only put what did I put in? I only put in $150 on this one, and so you don't really want to risk too much on these. But look, in 1 week, it's almost 100% up, and it's because people are just finally starting to figure out that this one is a real world asset coin. And it has buzz. It has YouTubers talking about it, and it has crypto Twitter talking about it. That's why these are the ones, like, you know, the tokenomics aren't that great. There's only 25% of the coin out in circulating value. Well, it says 50%, so that's even better. Coin market said 25%. But anyways, that doesn't matter if there's enough hype. And so I don't know if I talked about Rio, but I don't know if I talked about it on my YouTube channel, but I talked about it quite a bit on crypto Twitter. And since I started talking about it, it's up like 400%. And this has been around for a couple years. So during the bear market, the community has been really stacking this, and there's a massive social media community. And let's see. I mean, this community is freaking insane. Now, there's some people out there who say it's a junk project, and you know, honestly, I haven't looked too much into it, but I do know I made a lot of money on this, and I did take profit, a lot of profit, and I put it in Maple, which is another great one. That's my favorite real world asset. And I'll show you a few more. But this asset class, this category, is still very nascent, and so it's barely caught on at all yet. But the coins in it are exploding, and there's a lot of low caps that really, if you just circulate, if you just kind of like bounce your profits around into low caps, you're gonna make a shit ton of money, regardless if it's a good project or not. You could probably, if you got $500, you could probably go down the list and go to a few projects in the real world asset class that are over 1,000 in like coin market cap, and you could just probably put your $500 into them, and then if you left it during this whole, you know, bull market for the next year, I mean, I would say you probably could make about $10,000 at least with that 500, just by randomly picking like 5 different 5 different RWA coins. You know, I might even just do that. There's a few though, I'll show you, like IXS the other day, and this is all in the real world asset category. IXS the other day, it's a swap, it's an exchange. This was over 1,000 the other day, and now it pumped in the last like few days, and where is it now? It's like in the 800s or something, but it was like 1,200, and like in the last few days. Let's see, come on. It's not really letting me pick. Can I zoom in, zoom out? Anyways, it's not letting me pick a time. Anyways, this one just blew up, but I'm still gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy this one because YouTubers talking about it, and there's already a community, you know. And so if you want to go, like, if you go check it out, just go on. You need to have a crypto Twitter account. That's really big. That's a big deal. See CGT. Dang, man. There's a lot of people talking about it. I said the other day, I tweeted this. Where is it? And no, I would not, like, this is not financial advice, by the way. Not financial advice at all. So you make up your mind, you do what you want. I bought some CGT. But my most recent tweet here, I said, like I've been saying, AI, because AI too. AI is going to be huge. It already is huge. And it got a head start ahead of most of the crypto market when Facebook changed to Meta. And that's when, like, the AI coins really started popping off. I don't really have too many AI coins. For some reason, it's just I do need to get, I wish I had bought, like, Fetch AI like a few years ago. I have a little bit of AGIX. That's another really good one, and it has, the cool thing about AGIX is it's probably going to perform similar to, like, how Cardano did, because it has a face to the project. And that guy, that guy's actually been on Rogan, I think once or twice. Ben Strotzel. And he's a very prolific type of guy. Like, he's very memorable. Like, you cannot forget his face. And the things he says are pretty good. And he talks about having a good-hearted AI instead of, like, a malevolent, but I think he calls it benevolent AI. As opposed to, like, what we see with OpenAI, which is actually kind of, it's biased, and it tells us lies in order to get us to believe, part of basically the agenda, the narrative, the big narrative that we're hearing with the woke culture and all that. Because with OpenAI, you can't even, it won't say anything positive about Trump. I mean, surely, okay, I don't care what you think about Trump, but surely there must be one positive thing he's done that you can talk about, that you can name. But OpenAI won't say anything positive about him. At least that's what I've heard. I haven't really looked at it, so take that with a grain of salt. I haven't really checked out OpenAI too much, but with Grok coming out, I think that's gonna create another surge. I mean, AI is just gonna get stronger and stronger. So whatever AI cryptos there are, like, I think ICP classifies itself as an AI crypto too. And so that's another reason ICP is probably going to be big. I have a few theories about why it's pumping, why it's gaining so much traction. Just, like, the more I think about it, the more I think I do need to start accumulating more ICP. That and Chainlink hasn't really pumped yet. It's kind of pumped, but I mean, that chart is beautiful. The Chainlink to BTC chart, there's going to be so much money flooding into Chainlink. So it's going to be insane. Trillions. So yeah, I mean, I'm stacking Chainlink with my profits. So I bought Maple last week, and it's been doing good since then. I think I bought it at $12 right now. It just broke out today. Maple's a good one. That's the one I really like out of all these. It seems like the most blue chip one, and it's still got a very low market cap. It's like number 300 or something, maybe 250. At this point, it's probably 250 on CoinMarketCap. We can just take a look at that real quick on CoinGecko. So, and I'm just trying to, like, help you guys out because I love you guys, trying to just, we should be, if we, that my thing is, if you have knowledge about a certain subject, and I, just like last run, I had knowledge, and a lot of the coins that I talked about ran. A few of them didn't too, but most of them did, especially Chainlink. You know, I was like the only YouTuber talking about it besides Chico Crypto back in 2018, 2019. And it was the only one that was running in 2018 and 2019. It was like the only one, especially 2019. It just blew up. And it saved me. I mean, I was buying XRP, that was going down, and now, you know, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put some of that into Chainlink, and Chainlink just started going up and up, and I put more and more in it, and then it freaking made me like 10 times the amount of money that I put in. Thank God, you know, like, so I had enough to buy other assets during the bull market, especially DeFi. The DeFi assets exploded, and so I think that's basically what these RWAs are gonna do. I think they're gonna explode just like DeFi. We might have like an RWA summer, you know, like next year. I don't know, just like DeFi summer. So we'll see. I think DeFi summer started. So yeah, it would, this RWA summer that I'm talking about, it would start after the halving, which is in April of 2024, right? Yeah. So I can't believe it's already 2024, man. Like, that is ridiculous. Every year goes by faster and faster. Oh my gosh, man. So anyways, thanks for being here. Glad you guys are here. Please hit the thumbs, man. I see there's 16 people. If you can, please hit the thumbs. Like, I wouldn't mind more people getting in, you know? And the more thumbs ups and activity, and if you're typing in the chat and everything, the algorithm like reaches out to more people. Otherwise, I'm kind of shadow banned on this channel, which is fine. I don't really want to be huge or anything. I wouldn't want to be a big, you know, influencer, like big YouTuber, you know, crypto YouTuber. It just doesn't, that wouldn't float my boat. Like, that's not something that's not something I really imagine would be super fun. I mean, it probably would be, but there's other aspects like privacy that you just don't have any. Like, you got to really be careful, and there's a lot of people trying to reach you and trying to get to you, and then the bigger you get, you're gonna have haters too, who are like making stuff up about you and talking all sorts of stuff that's not even true. I just don't want that, you know. But anyways, I wouldn't mind, you know, getting more people in the chat, because I'm just trying to help y'all. The real world asset class is gonna be, it's very strong this bull run, and so I mean, I'm sure gaming is gonna do very well too. I don't think I have any gaming tokens. It's, you know, honestly, I never really did well with gaming tokens. Like, U.S. did pretty good, but it didn't do what I thought it was gonna do. I thought it was gonna, just like XRP, you know, I thought U.S. was gonna really blow up like hard, and it might still. They've been building, but what you want to do though in this run, this new run, I think the best thing to do is look at new projects that haven't had a whole run already, or projects that have been building the whole time and advancing their technology and updating everything like constantly, and they have something to show for all the work that they've done. Let's see, U.S. Yeah, it came down. It's creating a decent looking base though. If it can, you know, kind of climb up and get above these peaks and stay above them, which it will, I'm sure, that's when it'll start running hard. So it's just like, chart looks okay. It's kind of, I don't like that it's kind of going downward. The kind of chart that I really like is this link chart. Look at this link chart. It's beautiful. So beautiful. It's just textbook perfect. Like, it's gonna do well. You can just tell by the chart it's gonna do well this bull run. That's why I'm just gonna put profits in it. And Ethereum hasn't even run yet. Once Ethereum runs, Link is gonna go crazy, because Link is built on Ethereum. See, look at that. That's a textbook perfect base right there. Perfect base. I mean, doesn't get any better than that. It looks just like this base. Just like this base. And then it reared its head up here, right over here. And then it went crazy. And this was, I was telling you about it back here before. I was telling you about it in like February and March of 2019, when it was only like 50, 60, 70 cents. Then it went to reach about $50, a little over $50. So that was 100x right there. And that's pretty good for a relatively high cap project. So that did 100x since I've been talking about it. And look, it's doing the same thing. I mean, this is going to be up there. Like, this is this is a project that's used by so many other projects. Like, if Chainlink just went away, half of the freaking crypto coins would crash like crazy because they wouldn't have a price feed. They wouldn't have an oracle. But now with CCIP, that's a whole new. Now they're bridging the real world to the crypto world, to the blockchain world and crypto world, and it's going to be really interesting to see. I mean, you don't see a lot of projects. Let's take a look at the top 10. You guys, I'm telling you, I'm not like fucking around with you. I'm just trying to like let you know, like, so you're in on it, in on the big secret. The big secret is that this is going to be an insanely bullish project from like going forward from here. Now we might see a pullback, and you might see it if you see Chainlink dip below $10. That's a bona fide buy right there, and I'll be buying as much as I can, because it's going to blow up from there. You know, we're not going to see it under $10. We might never see it again under $10, to be honest. But if it does go, people are already lined up to buy it so hardcore. Like, they have buy orders at like 10.50. Like, yeah, I don't think they'll even let it go below 10, to be honest. Just like with this, they didn't let it go below 5. The whales just kept buying it. They had big buy orders at like 5. They didn't have any under 5, and so it didn't go. Let me see. Did it go under 5 here? Nope. See? It didn't even go under 5. The next one is 10. They won't let it. I almost guarantee it. They won't let it go below 10, because guess who's buying this? Bitcoin whales, guys. Look, it has one of the best crypto to Bitcoin charts out there. Let's take a look. You want to see? Let's compare Doge. How is Doge doing against Bitcoin? Not very good. The higher it goes, that means it's performing better than Bitcoin. So no, Doge hasn't done very well. It's probably a good time to buy it, because I can't see it going much lower than this. But no, it hasn't done well. The last freaking at least year and a half hasn't done much at all. Okay, but what has Link done against Bitcoin? Look at this. It popped out of this big falling wedge, meaning this is bullish. It's gonna probably blow up pretty soon, just like down here. It's consolidating, and then I'm sure the next leg up is like $20, something like that. So it's done well. You can see this double bottom right here. This double bottom, and you don't see a chart doing that well. I mean, it's kind of near all-time highs already, you know. How's ETH done? Not very good. It's been going down. So where it's at right now, it's at support. This is an example of something you would want to buy right now. Like, Link is already performing well. Link's already performing well. But you're not at the bottom. You know, we're like almost 200% above the bottom already. Okay. But ETH, if ETH would not look good if it broke this support. It would probably have another year of down if it broke this support. So I just can't see it. I can see it consolidating some more, but it's hard to imagine that it'll come much lower. You know, so I think this is a great buy right now, even though I don't know much about it, but I'm hearing there's like some ETH gate, and I guess there's investigations going on, but honestly, like, unless you're in the XRP community, you don't really hear much about that. It seems like they're just trying to, I don't know why XRP community is trying to like create a big ruckus about Ethereum. Like, why? You should be cheering for all crypto projects. Like, I don't understand. I just don't get it. I guess XRP community hasn't really seen a lot of movement, so they, you know, I remember being, you know, big in the XRP community and just being so bored, and that's why Bearable Guy was so fascinating, because you're like, you know what? He's probably right. You have this confirmation bias. He's probably right. It's going to blow up. It's going to be $589 on XRP. And that's why it's so low right now. You know, it makes perfect sense. You know, there's no adoption. I mean, it's like, so you kind of make stuff up and you have that confirmation bias. But apparently, because, you know, the SEC has been favoring Ethereum over XRP. You know, guess what? I bet the SEC is favoring XRP secretly. You know, like when the SEC sues a company and the company wins, what happens? It blows up. That's why buying some of the Ripple IPO, whenever it comes out, it's gonna probably dump right away. Maybe, I don't know. Depends on if we're in a bull market. If they IPO within the next year, it might have a quick dump. Because like when I first got into any kind of markets, it was the first thing I ever bought was Spotify stock. Because it IPO'd and I was like, you know what? Like I'm gonna buy some of that because Spotify is awesome. And of course it crashed when it IPO'd, and I bought some of that. And but I didn't have any money back then. I bought like $50 worth or something. That's all I had. And then and then like a month later, and I was trading it too. I was like, this is pretty neat. I remember one week I made $5 in profit by trading Facebook and Spotify. And I was like, dude, this is fun. Like, this is a lot of fun. I can actually make money while I'm hiking. I remember hiking on one of my favorite hikes, and I kept looking at Robinhood, and Facebook kept going up, and I'm like, dude, okay, I'm gonna sell now. And I made $5, and I was like, dude, imagine if I had like $500. I would have made, you know, whatever, like $50 or something like that, you know, instead of just 5. And then I found crypto on Robinhood, and the rest is history, you know. And then like within a few years, I had never had more than like $1,000. Within a few years, at one point I was worth like about $400,000. But I didn't sell, you know. And so if I had sold back when that was the most euphoric week ever. It was so fun. And I was trading, you know, I remember trading 4 ETH into 32 ETH. That was my goal. It was me and a friend, me and Jeff. Like he was like, see if you can trade this and see if you can make 32 Ethereum. And I did. Within 1 week, I traded 4 ETH into 32 ETH. And then XRP struck again. Because he was like, well, now that you made all this profit, you should probably put some into XRP. And I was like, dude, you're probably right. You know, XRP is so low. And I put it in XRP, and then the whole market just went down. And I pretty much lost all of it. So if I had just kept my 32 ETH, I'd probably be a millionaire by now, most likely. Yeah, I mean, because I would have profit to put into other coins. You know, I mean, I'm working with barely any money this cycle, so it's gonna be hard to, you know, to make as much as I did last cycle. It's just having that experience though is a good thing. Because now I know I have a lot of experience. I know how the market moves, what kind of like actions it does. I know a lot more than I did last cycle because I didn't know much. All I knew was what coins are being hyped. I didn't know anything about tokenomics. I didn't know much about scams, and now I do. Like there's so many, like most of the NFT market was all scams. I mean, like none of my NFTs, only a few of my NFTs actually made profit. And I bought like over 100 NFTs. And I wish I didn't sell my Ferocious NFT, but I needed rent money, so I did. You know, it's been a tough few years, guys. You know, but that was my fault. You know, I just kind of slipped into a habit of drinking again, which is what I used to do. And then, you know, I started drinking again. I was like, and it fucked with my head, and you know, I just started not caring about crypto or money again, like, you know. But now I don't drink. It's been like a few months. I'll have a drink here and there, but I don't drink every day like I used to. And now I'm a lot more serious, and as long as you can get like into a place, guys, like this is just advice. If you can get into a place to where you're looking forward to the future and you really believe you can make a ton of money this bull market, and if you get your head into it and if you work hard and make a lot of money and put it all into crypto in the next year, within the next few months, pretty much before the halving, this is not financial advice. This is just like life advice. Like, get your head into a place to where, you might have to change some of your habits, but try to save as much money as you can the next year, or, and just put it in crypto, because crypto is going to be, in 1 year from now, crypto is going to be flying. That's my estimate. That's my guess. I don't really know for sure, but if it performs anything like the last cycle or the cycle before it, it's going to do that. It's going to be flying. And so identifying which sectors are going to be big ahead of time is a big deal. Like if I had known about DeFi, if I had known DeFi was going to be huge, I would have been buying like YFI, like yield finance. Is that what it's called? Yield. Yeah. Right? Is that what it's called? Yield finance. Or AV, or like Maker or Compound. Those blew up. Those made so much. They made people millionaires within a few weeks. But those people knew that it was coming. That's why I'm saying not a lot of people are talking about real world assets yet. And so that's why I'm trying to let you know. I think it's going to be huge. And I predict, just like how AI blew up like a year ago when Facebook switched to Meta, there's probably going to be some kind of catalyst. Probably when the US dollar crashes more and prices keep going up, because there's going to be something coming in the next few months to where they're going to start printing a shit ton of money. They're going to have to print so much, like more than COVID, because the US is in such debt. The whole system's got to collapse in order to get out of that nasty debt problem. And we're probably going to go to World War III and all that. I think most of it's probably going to be like a psyop, just to get everyone believing, because that they need the masses to believe that the world is in shambles, even though there's some people out there who are just smoking cigars and they're in paradise, because they're making shit tons of money, they're making the right business moves, they're taking advantage. That's pretty much what you got to do in a situation like this, like a world war. You got to figure out what to invest in, put your dollar in, because the dollar is going to collapse, and then China's probably going to want to take over the world reserve currency. And every single time that happens, there is a big war. And wars are all about money. That's what it is. Money and control. That's what they're all about. The finances, economy, so when eventually the US dollar collapses, and I mean, BRICS is already getting off of the dollar, all the BRICS nations, and it's been planned out like that. I made videos years ago talking about that, and it's happening. So people are there's gonna be that catalyst. The US dollar is gonna be printed up the wazoo, and the value of it is gonna go down, and it just won't buy as much as it used to. And our standard of living in the United States is going to go down. And actually, in the whole world, the standard of living is going to go down for a period of time. Because when the U.S. dollar is collapsing, all the other currencies aren't going to do well either. The U.S. dollar is the strongest currency out there. So if that's collapsing, then the other ones that are weaker, it's funny because they're going to have to sell all their currencies into U.S. dollar. Well, and Bitcoin. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like cryptos, so people are going to be buying real world assets. They're going to be doing that. So one of the leaders is Maple. And I'm not trying to pump it or anything. I still am, oh good. I just bought some today and it was like $16.50. So it's up. That's good. I'm not trying to pump it. I can't. The market cap's way too big anyways. All I'm trying to do is get y'all aware, that this could be the next DeFi, 2020. Let's see. Let's take a look. is there a DeFi category? If we can look at back in 2020, see what DeFi did. If there is an actual category. Maybe this perpetual futures DeFi, or is that no? DeFi is an actual coin. Well, let's just say we'll look at like AV. Okay, this one's huge. U.S.C. Okay, I forget what this was even called. I forget what this protocol is called. Anyways, look at that. That's a really bullish thing right there. But we look back. We'll go on the monthly chart. Look what happened. This is in 2020. Look how freaking strong it was in 2020. And this was even before, this was after the summer. Let me see. U.S.D. What was the first exchange he was on? And it's Bitstamp, probably. No. Yeah, no. Maybe Coinbase? Pretty much. Maybe Binance. Maybe Bittrex. Anyways. There we go. There we go. So this summer was ridiculous. And I'm talking about right here. It went up from here. In 2020, I mean. Yeah. So this was the COVID crash. This is the monthly chart. Let's go back to the weekly chart so it's easier to see. All right. And so it's doing the same thing. It's creating a floor. So I think AB is a good one to probably have, even though I'm not in it. I don't really plan on buying it. I never did plan on buying it. But if I had, it would have done this for me. COVID crash and up only from there. It did a 50x in a few months. It did more than, it did a 90x. Look at that is freaking insane, guys. It did a 90x, okay? This is the COVID crash. Well, okay, it was $2, so it did like a 45x in a few months. I mean, that is ridiculous. So I'm looking for the next DeFi. That was AV. Let's take a look at, what was another good one back then? Maker. And mind you, this was all preceded by Chainlink. And Chainlink, they're all partnered with Chainlink. So Maker was a big one. On let's say Binance. Where's Binance? Yeah. Okay, there you go. Oh, they didn't list it till later. Who was the first one to list all these DeFi coins? Not Coinbase. Maybe Bittrex? Bitfinex. Let's see. Yeah, Bitfinex is ahead of the curve. Look at, dude. Look at this. Look at this freaking floor. This is what Chainlink is doing right now. It's just a sideways floor. Just completely sideways. And then it pumped up. It actually pumped up hard like this. This is basically what Chainlink is doing right now. Like, it already had its pump like this. Yeah, pretty much. So you could expect it to do more, a lot more, just like this. Now, this was the summer of, this was the crash, COVID crash. And then after that, it was up only. This is Maker. Let's see. The bottom was about $150. And then within a few months, it went up to 6276. So 150. It did a 42x in like 4 or 5 months, guys. Do you know how, like, if you put $1,000 in, 1,000 times just 1,000, if you put 1,000 into it and it did a 42x, you would have made $41,000 within like 5 months out of a $1,000 investment. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I think we could see the real world asset space do something like the DeFi space, because it's going to be innovative. The AI space is innovative, but to be honest, a lot of the AI coins are just junk, and they're just putting their name in the AI category just to take advantage of this big pump. But so that was Maker. Compound did something similar. What were some other ones? Let me see. Okay, so Compound, and that's what I'm saying. The like Maple Finance, it could do something like that, you know. And Chico Crypto, he's a good indicator of what's coming, and he says RWAs are going to be the next big thing, and that's, I believe it too. I've heard interviews with people who own exchanges, and they're saying capital inflows for real world assets are massive, and it's going to be humongous in the next few months. You know, so being positioned early and having faith and conviction in these cryptos that you're going to be in could make the difference between you becoming a millionaire or you becoming 100,000 You know, it could be life changing. You could make, if you put enough investment in the right token at the right time, it could change your life. And I'm sure most of us are in this market for that to happen. You can't do it anywhere else. You can't get these kind of gains. This is a very nascent market, you know, even though we've been in the market for years and years, and I live and breathe crypto. So it's like, it's been around long for me, but there's so many people, there's a small percentage of people in the world who are in crypto. Eventually people are going to be forced to choose between the US dollar and hard assets. So they're going to be buying Bitcoin. That's going to be part of what people choose to buy with their US dollar that is dying, you know, and the government hasn't told them yet. That the news, mainstream media hasn't told the average person yet that the dollar is already dying, you know. So the average person doesn't think about money much, you know, but they're going to be forced to think about money when all their prices keep rising. And then, like, little by little, the news will spread that, hey, guess what? The US dollar, it's not going to be around for much longer. So, especially if we get into a World War III type, if we get in any kind of skirmish with China in the next, I don't know, 5-10 years, like, so much money is going to flood into Bitcoin. Like, it's going to be ridiculous. It is. I mean, there's not a whole lot else. You know, there's real estate, there's gold, silver, you know, bonds, and, you know, stuff like that. But it's going to be one of the most liquid and accessible. And, you know, the thing is, the problem is that BlackRock and the SEC, they're all going to say within the next few years, they're going to start saying, you know what, this is a problem. Like, you should not be you should not be self-custodian of your own assets. You know, let the banks do it. You can buy Bitcoin through your bank. You can buy Link through your bank, Ethereum through your bank. Let them take care of it for you, just like they do now. We'll take care of your money for you, even though they don't. If you wanted to, if every customer of your bank right now, most likely, went and wanted to get all their money out all at once, the bank would not have that money. I don't even know if they would even have a 10th or like a 50th even of that money. You know, they wouldn't have it because they lend it out to other banks. So, all right, so Comp did the same type of thing. We'll take a look on Binance. Let's see how far. Let's see, Comp. What was the first exchange? Bittrex. Bittrex is Bitfinex. Let's see. Nah. Comp did a really good thing back then too. On the chart, I mean. Comp U.S.C. So I don't know if you can tell, but I drank an energy drink. These things are so good, and there's like 10 calories. I mean, they've got to be really bad for you, but I mean, it tastes just like Skittles. Oh my god, dude. And it's got like 200 milligrams of caffeine, I think. Yeah, 200 milligrams, and that's why I'm like getting all excited. I'm making myself excited just by just by looking at these charts and comparing, you know, I'm just thinking, like, dude, you know what? It might be better. It might even be better than last market. Like, because the general view for most crypto traders are like, okay, it's bigger. It's a huge market cap now, so the gains are usually like most likely going to be less than last market. But it just depends on what assets you're in. It really does. I mean, I'm thinking BlackRock will do something. They'll say like, hey, they'll partner. Like, they'll invest in some of these big companies, you know, these big crypto companies. Comp was it on Coinbase early? So you see what it did back here. Yeah, back in June, you know, just from this chart, 87 to 1,000, something like that. So that's 100x right there. No, that's a 10x. So I don't know where comp was back here though. So there was Maker at what else was there? Oh, Uniswap. Remember? Oh man, that was a fun in the crypto market, guys. When Uniswap came out, it was brand new. Oh my gosh, Uniswap, it was ridiculous. And that was before the ETH fees just blew up. Those were the days, man. And come on, dude. What was the first one? Uni. So we'll go. I'll show you a few of the ones that are probably good to have in the real world asset space. So it's Bitstamp, maybe? No. Take a look at Bittrex. Bitfinex. Anyways, Uniswap blew up. So so let me go over here. Is there anyone here still? Oh, that's great. Wonderful. I've got almost 20 people. Only 12 thumbs up. So if you can hit the thumbs up, please. I'm begging you. Let's take a look at the real world asset category. And go to categories. See, AI is gonna be big. It might be worth it to, because when Grok's coming out pretty soon, that might catapult these AI coins up even further. Nope, not dog. The only dog thing coin I would ever buy is Doge. That's it. Just because of Elon. That's it. And then Pepe maybe. Pepe too. That chart looks really good. Pepe hasn't had a bull run yet, so we'll just go to categories here, and then I'll show you the ones that I like. And I'm still researching every day, so I've only feel of a few of them so far. Real world, come on, where are you at? Real world assets, here we go. So Maple's doing good, man. Hell yeah. Maple's gonna hit $100 before you know it. Now this one has been trending like crazy. I had a chance to buy it like a month ago when it was really cheap, but I'll show you what happened in a month. That happened in a month. Yeah, it's been like 118. It's been more than that. But I was told about it back, I think it was down here. And it was like 6 cents, and I was like, okay, I'll check it out. I didn't have time. Well, it only did like a 100%, so that's still pretty cheap. But look at that chart. This one's been pumping like crazy, so I want some, but it's been pumping too much. It's got to cool down sometime. But then again, guys, these strong ones are the ones that are gonna keep pumping. Some of them, they just won't cool down. There's some big influencers talking about these right now. So this one, I mean, Nexera, Alliance Block. The market cap is still pretty low. You know, it's only 100,000. That's pretty low for a real world asset coin. So we want to look at the 7-day chart. Centrifuge is huge. It has a lot of assets, active loans. So that's what you want to look for. Maple has like the highest amount of active loans. And then and I need to go look for a chart, and then I could show you. But centrifuge too. This is a good one. This is probably not the leader, but because there was one like a year ago that has been just performing like crazy. Pendle's probably been performing better than any of them in the last year. Pendle had a head start. So, but I'm gonna research this more, and you gotta like figure out what is making it pump besides just hype. You don't want just hype, even though hype will pump it like crazy, just like Rilio. The community is insane on Twitter. They're insane, and they're just the coin is pumping like crazy. I mean, I got in at 30 cents, and it's like 80 cents already, and that's only like it's only been a month. And this is nothing. This really isn't. And wait till the whole market starts pumping. Money will just keep, like, outside money's going to come in and flow into these. Maple's rising in the ranks very swiftly. Chico Crypto did a video, and that's what got it really pumping. It was only $7.50. Chico Crypto did the video, and then I said, oh, I got to buy some Maple, because I've been hearing about it, but I haven't really heard much about it. And then he talked about how Coinbase is partnered with Maple Finance. So, and they're doxed and everything. They're all transparent. So I see Maple as one of the blue chips. I think it's probably top 50 material, to be honest. And that's like, I have that. I have a little bit of Rilio. Chainlink, of course. Okay, so centrifuge is good too. Centrifuge, it's pumped 30% the last few days, last 7 days. Alliance block is pumped 37. I mean, it might be worth buying some, just having some, because this thing is pumping like crazy. Goldfinch, I'm hearing it's not that. It's like a lot of. I'm hearing FUD about it, so it makes me not want to really buy it. But it did pump like crazy. After Chico Crypto's video, he did a video like 3 or 4 days ago on this one, and I'll show you what happened to the price. That happened. It's only been like, let's see, we'll look at the monthly. Chico did a video a few days ago, and that happened. 75 cents. Within a few days, it went up to like $1.50. It did 100% gain. More than 100% gain. Just from a Chico Crypto video. So, and that's what happened with Maple too. But Maple is more, it's already been talked about by a lot of people. And I get a feel of like which ones are serious projects and which ones are just pumped, by a community. Which ones look to have like actual institutional money coming in down the line, and which ones are really just a shitty project with a major amount of hype. So Goldfinch, as far as I could tell at the moment, it's just a lot of hype. But that chart looks pretty good, man. Looks pretty good. So if you want to take advantage of a hyped coin while it's pumping, that's probably a good idea. You got to make sure that the community who's hyping it has really good info, and they just keep coming out with more and more reasons to buy it. And if it's pumping and pumping, like Rio's probably got another 20% pump coming to $1, and then I'm sure there's a lot of sell orders at $1. I sold mine at 50 cents, or it was like 60. I sold most of it. Thanks for hitting the thumbs, guys. Appreciate you guys. So yeah, Goldfinch, I don't know. I've heard of Dusk a few times, but it's not really hyped right now. TrueFi is another one that's humble. It's pretty humble. It's got a lot of active loans out, and so this one's probably a sleeper. And we can look at the chart. It's creating a W, which is a very impressive pattern, a bullish pattern. And I could see this one pumping pretty soon too. So you look at the chart, it's starting to pump. Like it's curving up. So basically buying on the dips, accumulating when you see good dips on TrueFi, probably a good idea. You know, that's what I will probably end up doing too. There's also another project. It's a kind of like a privacy token. It's called a Oasis network. And that's one that I'm gonna be buying too. It's just starting to, it's got a great looking chart, just like Chainlink. Just like Chainlink. Look at this chart. Perfect, man. It's gonna blow pretty soon. So I need to buy more. I need to figure out, I need to download a wallet to send it to. And so I'll figure that out. I think, actually I have one right here. This is, the Oasis. Oh, they have their own wallet, so on their website you can download their wallet. But yeah, Oasis is good. So I want to just actually look at that real quick. This is the only one outside of like RWAs that I would probably buy right now. It's got a lot coming, and look. So I mean, EVM privacy is a need not facilitated by any other chain apart from Rose. OPL through any EVM chain. Cosmos, oh, they're on Cosmos. So it's going to be a big one. I just, like, I get signs from God, the universe, and he's giving me signs a lot lately. And two of them are Rose and Maple. You know what? I drive for Uber, and like constantly I'm seeing Rose, the word Rose, everywhere. And I always end up on Maple Street. And there's so many Maple Streets, I had no idea. But I'm telling you, when I get strong signs, like I follow my intuition, because I know that this is like a simulation or something. I know that there's a creator out there who's trying to help me out. It might be my higher self who's giving me these, putting me in these situations. I don't know, but I pay attention. I do, and it works out for me. It always works out for me. Another sign I get is sign. I mean, that's funny too. Synapse. I think I told you guys this on yesterday's stream. But this one's just accumulating. It broke out of a big falling wedge. And there are rumors that it's going to mainnet soon. But it's just rumors. So, you know, this is a great one probably to accumulate before it starts pumping hard. If there's some kind of big announcement that it's you know, that they mainnet, that they launch their mainnet, you know, it's going to be huge. It's going to pump like crazy. And just wait, just put a bookmark on this comment right now. You know, timestamp this. Remind me of this in like 2 years, and we'll see where Synapse is. We'll see where it's at. This is the most reliable bridge out there. It hasn't had any problems. So, and that's huge when in the bridging sector. You know, there's a lot of hacks, and when you're bridging that crypto, a lot of exploits and stuff like that. There's another one here too. B-Bank, Block Bank, guys. Like, you might want to check this one out. We'll look at this here. 15%. I got to get going pretty soon because my power's running out. B-Bank is very low cap, but it's got a really astute community, and they're basically saying it's the next crypto.com / Celsius. So if it pulls something like that, it doesn't have a lot of competitors, but they've been building, and they've got stuff coming out down the pipeline. And this chart looks insane. And I'll show you what it's done in the last few months. It's done like at least a 4x. So this is one to keep an eye on. It's called B-Bank, and Sterling, my friend, he told me about that one, and he's pretty good with those low caps. So I started looking into it, and it's pretty hyped. The Tau, you know, BitTensor for AI, how it's been blowing up lately. That community really likes this coin. And this coin is really low cap. It's only like 16 million. Let me see. It's 14 million. It's about $15 million. So you look at that chart, and if you look on like crypto Twitter and check it out, you'll see that this community really likes it. Now, that's not a really good pattern though. So I would wait for a dip. I would wait for a dip to buy this one, because look at this. That's a Head and Shoulders, classic Head and Shoulders right there. So I would bet this. I think the whole market's gonna probably crash pretty soon. And so this is already getting ready for that. So just, if you have cash on the side, be careful. Maybe don't go all in right now. Like, maybe just wait for a dip, because this market's due for a dip, guys. You want to see what let me show you something. Let me show you something here. Look at Bitcoin. I'd say maybe it has one more explosion upwards and then a huge sell-off after that. Let me show you something here. Like, let's turn on the like the RSI. So the price keeps going higher, but the relative strength indicator keeps going lower. And that's an indication. It's called bearish divergence. If the price is going higher, but this is going lower, that means we're going to see a big crash pretty soon. Let me see if the Stoke RSI is any better. Let me see. Yeah, you see this? No, the Stoke, actually, that kind of looks pretty good. I don't think the Stoke is the one. I've got a tweet. Let me show you this tweet that I retweeted. Follow me on Twitter too, by the way. It should be in my description. It's Mike Check XX, Mike Check XX. Let me show you this one. Just give me a sec. I'm just looking for this tweet that I retweeted. It's a few days ago. Here it is. BTC, according to the best indicator in the world, the relative strength index, we're witnessing the biggest bearish divergence play out in the history of RSI. Please adjust positions accordingly. So you see the price going higher and higher and higher, but the relative strength indicator is making consecutive lower highs. So it's bearish divergence. And I completely believe this. And we're definitely, look guys, we're due. Don't be surprised if your crypto portfolio goes down by like 50% in the next 2 weeks. Don't be surprised. I'm telling you, especially if you're all in altcoins. If Bitcoin goes down like 50%, now if Bitcoin goes down, let me see. If it goes down like 10%, your alts will probably go down like 30, 40%. Depending on if you're in low caps or high caps, depends what you're in. Some of your alts might even go up, you know. I'm kind of expecting Chainlink to go up, but it might not. I don't know. But so that's what I'm talking about. Like, don't be surprised if your crypto portfolio takes a big dip in the next few weeks. That's what I was saying yesterday on my live stream. So it might be wise to just have like a portion of your portfolio, maybe 25%, maybe 15%, in like U.S.D, you know, or stablecoin on the side, and then probably want to buy whatever dip we see next, because the market is very strong right now, because the supply of Bitcoin is going down. It's at like an all-time low on exchanges, and Ethereum has even less. It's even a higher percentage of like less. Ethereum is going to blow up, guys. So, you know, it might be wise to have a little Ethereum too on this dip. It's probably going to go to like 3,500, you know, pretty soon. Who knows? Maybe Bitcoin will crash, And then once Bitcoin settles down, Ethereum will just blow up. Like, timestamp this. See, Mike, tell me, let me see. We'll find out in a few months. We'll look back and see, like, we'll see, did Ethereum blow up like Mike said? And if it didn't, then whatever. But if it did, then I'll be bragging about it probably. That's just how it works. Of course, I make bad predictions all the time, so don't, like, just take what I say with a grain of salt. You know, don't, like, take anything I say to heart. Don't actually 100% just purely act on the words I say. Definitely don't do that. But you can take what I say and compare it to other people. See if it really kind of resonates with the truth. See if it really, like, makes sense, and then act accordingly. You know, plan accordingly. So this is a classic indicator of he's a classic bull bear indicator. Jim Cramer just said to buy Bitcoin. He doesn't say it very often, but when he says something, like 95% of the time, especially about if it's crypto, it does the opposite of what he says. There's an actual indicator. We'll actually we'll go check that out real quick before my phone dies. It's actually holding up pretty well. It's not dying too quickly. Let's take a look. The Jim Cramer indicator. I think people have, like, actually made an indicator to where, like, what he says. Indicator. There. Jim Cramer. Let's see. Contrarian indicator since 2008. The inverse Jim Cramer indicator yet again prints free money. Inverse Cramer is not a strategy, it's a reality. I mean, I'm telling you, it is true. It's true. The inverse Jim Cramer indicator yet again prints free money. 2 weeks ago, and this was a month ago. 2 weeks ago, Jim Cramer calls for a crypto-wide crash at BTC as it teased 27K. Well, it happened again. I mean, what is it at now? 38K. So that was like a month and a half ago. Jim Cramer said Bitcoin was bearish. Now he's saying it's bullish. So what happens? It's going to crash, guys. I'm telling you, it's going to crash. And no one believes me. I'm just kidding. No, I mean, we're due for a crash. On the Bitcoin chart, it's kind of like in a diamond shape. It looks like it's going to break out, but it might be just a fake out breakout, you know? So I'd say it's coming at least down to like 34, 33,000. That's what I think. Probably down to, like, you know, maybe down right here. What is this? 33,000 right there. That's what I think. At least 33,000. Now, the buyers are so strong lately that I think any dip that we have probably won't last for too long. Won't last for more than a few weeks. You know, because the supply's gone. People are freaking out about World War III. And if you noticed, Bitcoin didn't start pumping until we had it didn't start pumping until, when was the attack on Israel? Was it October 7th? So the attack happened on the 7th. Crypto had a very short pullback, and then it confirmed on this humongous falling wedge. It had a confirmation dip. It dipped and it confirmed. And within a few days of the Israel attack, crypto blew up. So it's not the ETF that it was. That people are talking about the ETF. It's not that. Big money's come in because they're afraid of World War III and what it's going to do to all the economies and the U.S. dollar and all that. You know? And that was probably something the elites were telling each other. Like, okay, that there's going to be something. There's going to be an attack on Israel. You know, this is crazy talk, but it might be true. Like, the elites, they probably knew ahead of time. Okay, the indicator that that the U.S. dollar is going to start crashing and all that is going to be when Israel gets attacked. It's going to be a big like 9/11 like scare, and that's when you buy Bitcoin. So I mean, even the stock market went down after that. Like the SPY. Let me see. Let's see what happened to the SPY. October 7th. Yeah, you see, it didn't even. Bitcoin was already blowing up by this time. October 7th. Actually, the stock market went up and Bitcoin went down. This is an inverse chart. So the stock market went up for a few days. It created a rising wedge and then came down and didn't start going back up till after October. And so it was inverse of Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's been way outperforming the stock market. So that's a really good indicator that Bitcoin's finally kind of just decoupling, and it's kind of proving itself as a new asset class it's a hard asset. It's real money. Like, everyone makes fun of it, right? Like internet, that crazy crypto internet money, that doesn't, it's like stupid. That's what I think my boss told me that one time. I'm like, okay, sure. I'm making hundreds of thousands of dollars and I'm stupid. Yeah. Okay. Even my mom, like, I sent my mom an Ethereum and I sent her some Bitcoin, and she doesn't even know where it's at, or she doesn't even like it. She's like, I think I got mad at her once too. I don't remember. I was drinking or something, and I was like, here, what, if you don't like it, just, why don't you send it back? She's like, fine, I don't want your stupid crypto money. But she says she still hasn't sent it back. She doesn't want to hear about it. I think secretly she does like the promise of it, but she won't admit it to me. I don't know, but I'm not gonna send any more, that's for sure. She doesn't even like it. Let's see. So I'm telling you guys, like, let's look at Stellar real quick. This is a great looking chart too. Yeah, we'll see another dip to maybe 10 cents. If there's a black swan event, it'll come down to probably these lows at like 7 cents. It'll come down 50%. And that's what I'm expecting, to be honest. I can see that happening. VRA looks great. Whoops, sorry. Hopefully that didn't mess everything up. I accidentally hit pause on the stream. VRA chart looks good too. This one wants to pump so hard. And if it does, it's going to... Oh, look at that. Now, I think a lot of these cryptos are expecting a crash pretty soon. And then Bitcoin dominance is rising because no one knows really like if it's going to go up or down from here. But there's crypto going into it right now. Regardless if the market goes up or down, these altcoins will be sold off into Bitcoin, a lot of them. Because people would rather be in Bitcoin than the altcoins, but there's a lot of people who would rather be in Bitcoin right now than the US dollar. So because the US dollar is predictable, it just goes down. It doesn't ever go up. But Bitcoin is unpredictable. Like, it's hard to time, so you just want to have at least, in my opinion, you want to have at least like half of your value, half your net worth in crypto, because I'm a crypto guy. It's just so easy. It's so fun. It's just fun. It's accessible. Bitcoin's very liquid. Gold isn't as liquid. You have to go find a shop to sell it at, or you could buy gold stocks on Robinhood. That's probably a good idea too. But yeah, gold is cool because you don't have to have any electricity to have it. With Bitcoin, you need a power source. If all your power went out, you wouldn't be able to trade anything for Bitcoin. You wouldn't be able to buy anything with your Bitcoin if your phone doesn't even work. Or if there's if the stores can't even use the registers because the whole grid's out, you can't. You can give them IOUs, but who's going to take an IOU? You know, you can give them gold though. I mean, this is like in a dire situation, so hopefully this shit hits the fan situation doesn't really happen. But you know, it could very well happen, especially if we get into a World War III type of scenario. Then I would expect blackouts. You know, I would expect cyber attacks and hacks and stuff like that, and it'd be very difficult to keep your money safe, in my opinion. So I always use a VPN, so that's an added layer of security. But I mean, it's you know, it cost me $100 a year, which it's worth it to me. But still, you know, you got to be careful. Now, the cool thing about Bitcoin is that all you really need is to have those 12 words, that seed phrase, in your head. And it's really not too hard to memorize a seed phrase. Just, you know, make a song out of it or something. And then just get it in your head. And then even if you lose your ledger, you can buy a new one, you know, down the line. And your Bitcoin you can just put your seed phrase in and you'll have your Bitcoin. It's one of the, you know, with the exception of you getting brain damage or something, you know, or getting Alzheimer's, or, you know, getting whacked in the head and getting a concussion and losing memory, you're going to have that in your head. And as long as you have that seed phrase in your head, you have your money, you have your wealth. Like, no one can steal it from you if it's on your ledger. And if you don't write down your seed phrase and someone steals that, you know. Now with like with precious metals, if you're gonna be buying precious metals, you got to be buying like firearms too, you know, because you're gonna need to protect it. Like if you own property, you ought to have like at least a shotgun, you know. I mean, really, you know. So it's just different, you know. There's pluses and minuses of different assets. With real estate, yeah, real estate's probably, it sounds like a pain in the ass to me. It doesn't sound fun, especially if you're renting out, you know, a building. If you're renting anything out, just the maintenance costs and the headache you have to deal with to maintain it. It doesn't sound fun. It sounds like a lot of work to me. Now, holding Bitcoin is so easy. I mean, it's the easiest thing like ever. It might not be as secure, and, you know, like I said, if there's a hack or, you know, if God forbid someone were to like find your seed phrase or whatever, if you were to like kind of like mess up on a transaction and actually accidentally send it to a dead address or something or whatever, there's a lot of different situations and scenarios where you could lose your Bitcoin. But it's still one of the most liquid and just a great store of value. And, you know, a lot of people with a lot of money are going to start putting at least a small percentage of their net wealth into Bitcoin. And so it would not surprise me at all if Bitcoin went to $1 million. Not at all. That's easy. It wouldn't surprise me if Ethereum went to $100,000. That wouldn't surprise me at all. It really wouldn't. I mean, it's already it went to 4,000 already. You know, Ethereum could be huge. And I think it will be, because it's a lot of the crypto market is built on Ethereum. You know, we need that Ethereum. It's like bigger than race, what he said. It's bigger. It's your freeway. Would you rather own the freeway or the cars? Would you rather own the freeway that all the cars drive on? Or would you just own some of the cars that are on the freeway? You want the whole freeway, right? So you would want a piece of that. And you would actually, you're an owner of the Ethereum network, like by buying some Ethereum. It's pretty cool, you know. Now, same can't be said for XRP though, because XRP really truly isn't what Ripple needs. Like, they don't really need it, and they really don't use it. Well, they do, but they don't need to sell it. Now, Stellar's the opposite. Stellar's different though, from what I heard. Like, Stellar made it so that anyone who uses the Stellar network has to buy XLM off the free market. That's what I heard. I need to look into that more. But that would mean that Stellar would probably take a lot of XRP's value someday. So who knows? You know, that's probably why when XRP pumps, people with XRP profits, they buy XLM, and that's why XLM pumps right afterwards. That'd be my guess, because they probably know how the tokenomics are and how it really works. So, you know, and that's why Link is going to be big, because you have to use Link. You have to have Link to use it. So Swift is going to need to buy a lot of Chainlink because they're using it and they love it. Swift loves Chainlink. It's the only crypto they talk about. The only crypto they're using, the only crypto project that they're using is Chainlink, Swift. You know, and what do they move around? Like quadrillions of dollars? Something like that. So, okay, well, I've ranted a little bit, and that's good. You hit the thumbs ups, which means that you don't mind me ranting a little. I'm trying to help. I'm just trying to, like, share what I know, or at least what I think I know, you know? So don't take everything I say with a grain of salt, basically. So yeah, I think Bitcoin dominance has further up to go. If Bitcoin crashes pretty soon, it's probably going to come all the way up to here, and then when Bitcoin dominance gets up to this point, this resistance. Let's try to make this perfect. Yeah, so when it comes up to this resistance, that's probably when you want to buy some Ethereum, and then all the other alts, because it looks like it's in a falling wedge. It is. Well, yeah, pretty much. Like, I guess if you want to, yeah. So it's basically, it came out, it burst out of this falling wedge, and now it's retesting it as support perfectly. Perfect retest, and now Bitcoin's about to crash, and this dominance will go up because people will sell their alts into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's a lot less volatile than the alts when Bitcoin crashes. And so what I'm expecting, I'm just expecting this. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I doubt it. I doubt it. I can't see us, like, not taking a breather pretty soon. So I can see that happening. And then when it gets to this resistance, this multi-year resistance, is a long, heavy resistance from from way back in 2017. It's going to be very hard to break it, especially with the market cap of these alts growing so big nowadays. There's a lot of good alts now, you know, more than there was, you know, people like alts a lot more nowadays than like 10 years ago. Well, because there wasn't barely any alts years ago. So, and that would probably happen by the end of the year. So we only have maybe even like mid-December, to be honest. Let's go on the weekly. If it does hit like this inflection point, which is what I'm expecting, that's mid-December. That means we only have like 2 weeks. We'll have a crash for like 2 weeks. We'll see. We'll find out pretty soon. You know, give it a week. Give it a week. We'll know which direction Bitcoin's going to go in, and then that crash, though, no matter how hard it is, it's going to get bought up. There's going to be a lot of buyers. So, and Bitcoin dominance will come up to this resistance, and that's when you buy alts. So we'll see what happens. Okay. I didn't put up my yesterday's video because it was so bad. I was so tired. So it really wasn't as informative, and I was kind of like in La La Land. I was like, I don't know where I was. So I made it private, but this one I'll keep up because it's a lot better than yesterday's. So, yeah, so just to recap, Maple Finance is my favorite when it comes to RWAs. And, just a few more here. Let's see. I just want to show you some of my favorite ones. And CGT is a super low cap one. I'm not trying to pump it though. And I definitely, if you wanted to buy it, just probably buy a little bit, and see what, because I think what I bought, I bought $100, $150 worth, and the cap is under $1 million. So no matter what happens, I think if the RWA space explodes, it's gonna at least get to like probably $50 million, and that would be more than that would be 100x from here, like a little less than 100x from where it's at right now. So that would be pretty nice, actually. Just kind of put $100 in it, $50, and then have it turn into like $5,000. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? That's what happens with these low caps. You just have to make sure it's got enough hype, make sure it's got enough marketing, make sure that the whatever category it's in is going to do well. So basically, I think real world assets, RWAs, are going to do very well. I think AI is going to do very well. And probably gaming too. I'm not huge in gaming. I don't like gaming as much. Oh, here, let me show you this one. I don't have it, but if I was going to buy anything having to do with gaming, this is the one it would be. I would buy this one. Neo Tokyo. Alex Becker talked about it, and whatever he talks about explodes. And when he talked about it like a few weeks ago, look what happened. It went up a lot. And Alex Becker's the YouTuber, but he's very good with crypto gaming tokens, and I don't know what it is about him, but whatever he talks about blows up like crazy. So if I was to buy anything having to do with gaming, it would be this one. It would be Bytes. Let's look at the year chart. It's just going up and up and up. Well, it's only been out for a month, but Leo Trades is involved with this community, and anything Leo Trades talks about usually blows up too. The all-time chart, it's only a month old, but in that month, let's see, in a month, it's done like an 8 or 9x already. And the market cap, it's the market cap, $31 million fully diluted. Very cheap. So I might, if I do buy anything having to do with gaming, guys, it would be this one, Bytes, Neo Tokyo. It's a community of like crypto gamer people, like elite, like super rich crypto gaming people, like influencers and stuff like that. And they basically it's like a Discord, and they have a lot of alpha in it. So if you have Bytes, you get the alpha. And what Alex Becker said about it was like, it sounded really bullish, and it's such a low cap that it's probably going to blow up. It's probably going to at least do another 10x, I would expect, probably maybe like 50x, 100x. But yeah, I don't own this one, but I want to. I just it's only on Uniswap right now, so those are the ones that do blow up really. Like when he talked about it, I was like, dude, I should buy some. And then I looked, it's only on Uniswap, and I was like, oh, the fees, no. And if I had bought some, I would have done like a 7x already. That would have been my highest gainer so far of this market. So I should have bought some. I should have bought, I should have just, whatever fee it was, I should have just grabbed $100 worth. Now it'd be like $800 or $900 worth right now. So yeah, that's the gaming one. And then let's see, categories. Oh, treasure. You know what? Magic. If you're gonna buy anything on Arbitrum, this is probably a good one. Magic. And Arbitrum is gonna have a pump. Like the whole community, once the Arbitrum token pumps, a lot of those people who got the airdrop, which includes me, I got the full airdrop. What did I get? It was like $10,500 worth. It was the biggest airdrop I've ever got. And then I lost pretty much all of it trying to trade meme tokens. You know, when Pepe season was amongst us, I tried to get rich and I lost my money. So like when meme season comes around, it's so hard to get rich if you're just like if you're not like early in a token, because these projects, they pump and then they dump because they have no utility. It's just all hype. That's all. That's the only thing that's going to have utility is Doge, I think. You know, I don't see Shiba doing anything. Like, I think Doge is going to be built. You know, Elon Musk is pretty good with, he's a man of his word besides his timing. His timing's off quite often, but when he says he's going to do something, he typically does it. So he says he's going to use Doge and it's going to sweep over the financial system. I mean, who knows? Doge could be the next Bitcoin. You never know. Like, it could be it could have a market cap similar to Bitcoin. Let me see. There's a website called market cap of or something like that. A with the market cap of B. Yeah, market cap of. So if Doge was, okay, the price of A with the market cap of B, Doge. If it had Bitcoin's market cap, it would do a 66x from here. It'd be $5.20. That would be huge. Damn, man, it's probably worth buying some Doge. I think I have a little bit, but not much. I mean, really, dude, every time I don't buy Doge, I regret it because it always pumps. Elon always pumps it. Oh, okay, I got to get going because my phone is on power saving mode. I can't even see it. There we go. Are you guys still here? Cool. Well, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for hitting the thumbs ups for me. That makes me feel special. And that helps with the algo. And I'll post this on Twitter so that people can watch the replay. And I'm still doing. I just started researching these real world asset coins. So just give me another month, and I'll have a lot more information on which ones are good and which ones are just hype. Which ones, you know, some of the hyped ones are going to be okay though. Some of those are going to blow up just from hype. But, you know, typically you don't want those. You want the ones that have institutional value coming in, like down the line. And I think I can see like Maple, Centrifuge. I can see the big ones, the blue chips, having institutional money come in and blow it the fuck up, you know? So, so I just started researching like a month ago, like these RWA coins. So I don't have as much information as I'm gonna have once I, you know, give me another month. And then, you know, I can almost guarantee you this category, this space, the real world assets in the crypto space are gonna blow up. It's gonna be huge. And I think it might pull something like a DeFi summer, you know. It might pull like, you know, some of those coins did like an 85x in a few months. You know, we might see something like that. And that's when I made most of my money, DeFi summer. Actually, my net worth was higher in the summer of 2020 than it ever has been since. So in the next 2 years, it just went down because nothing else blew up like DeFi did, you know? And so I'm hoping this RWA blows up like that. We'll see. Anyways, give me a thumbs up before you leave, and thanks a lot for sticking around. I'll just real quick, I'll see if the chat will show up a little. Like, hey, what's up? Excellent. Make sure you're. Oh yeah, Stronghold SHX. Thanks, Legendary Dave. Yeah, Stronghold's another one. It's a low cap. I think it's built on Stellar. I think, and it's like the Stellar token. It's like the Stellar altcoin. You know, under Stellar. That's the one to buy because it's probably gonna blow the hell up. Anyways, guys, love you guys. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching my channel through all the ups and downs. And hey, let's fucking go, you know? Let's have a good bull market. All right, guys. Love you. Crypto Mike out. Peace.